Welcome to Fastlane. I'm Eskabar Page, and today we have an El Camino. You call that a blower? That's not a blower. This is a blower. Picture this. It's 1932. You're the wife of a farmer and you have grown frustrated in having to own two vehicles. One for church on Sundays and one to carry your pigs to the market on Mondays. So you write a letter to Ford Australia asking if Ford could produce a vehicle for both occasions. This letter would find its way into the hands of Ford designer Lou Bant, who, when upon reading the letter, responded, "Well, yeah, sure, I guess we can do that." And so in 1934, 2 years after the letter was originally sent, the first ever Ford Coupe utility vehicle was created and produced to the joy of the farmer's wife, kicking off what would eventually be a high in demand market across the world. Across the seas in the USA, coupe utility vehicles had been all the rage by the 1950s. With Ford releasing their iconic Ranchero in 1957, the Ford Ranchero sold a decent 14,000 vehicles in its first year. But in 1959, GMC decided to put its hat in the ring with the Chevy El Camino, and it quickly rose to the tippity top of the board, butting heads with Ford before selling a whopping 22,000 vehicles in its first year. By the second year, however, the El Camino sales dipped to 14,000, causing Chevrolet to discontinue the El Camino, where the Ford Ranchero soared back up to 21,000 in the same year. It's like they traded sides with each other, vice versa, tit for tat, the tables have turned, Mr. Bond. Then there was radio silence for the El Camino until 1964 rolled around and saw the reintroduction to the coupe utility that was based on the Chevelle. This ran for 4 years, with each year hitting over 30,000 sales consistently. Chevy nailed the coupe utility vehicle this time, blowing everyone else out of the water. In 1968 to 1972 saw the third out of the 5 generation to come to market, with a longer wheelbase, revamped interior in either cloth or vinyl, and an all-vinyl bench seat with the plush deep twist carpet. A fully optioned El Camino would see a 350 horsepower 7.4 litre V8, all vinyl bucket seats and the center console, power front disc brakes, and a posi traction diff. What's a posi traction, you say? Well, simply, it's an LSD differential. You could also choose either a 3-speed or a 4-speed stick shift or an automatic. From humble beginnings in the great outdoors to the American icon, the coupe utility vehicle was groundbreaking and created an entire market for practical 2-door vehicles with a body integrated tray. You're welcome, world. Sincerely, Ford Australia. Jake's Chevy El Camino is something else. Originally collecting dust and rust in the neighbor's shed, Jake decided to take action and twist his neighbor's arm into selling him the car. From then until now, Jake has spent the better half of 5 years overhauling everything from the paint and panel to the engine to the drivetrain. The paint itself is a custom candy violet color with an ice pearl flake through it that would even put Grimace to shame. This thing is so bright in the sun that I'm going to need to wear 2 pairs of sunglasses just to look at the car. It's crazy. This candy violet paint came to be, however, from one fateful day at a particular Australian event where there was a big cloud of smoke, some tire fire, and ultimately Jake ruining his original orange paintwork. This El Camino is a no-nonsense car. The interior is pretty standard with a Haltech dash and a B&M shifter. Simplistic goodness, and that's no bull. No bull! To lay all the galloping horses to the road, this Chevy needed a Transbrake T400 gearbox built by Gilroy, a Salisbury 411 True Track diff, and a 3.5-inch Sonax yoke tail shaft to piece it all together. All while the 16x9 and 16x8 Pro Drag struggled to claw to the ground. The "it's going straight to the pool room" feature,
"This is going straight to the pool room,"
is the 350 Chev motor that's been stroked with an SRP bottom end, AFR heads, Johnson lifters and Jessel rockers, pushing a measly 650 horses. With the help of an 871 blower running 9 PSI on E85 with that quick fuel 850 carby sucking that fuel to get it going, oh so good. And what a great job it does killing tires and putting smiles on all the faces. Thanks for watching. Do you think Jake's Chevy is a hit or a miss? Sound off in the comments below. Lachlan has been doing his job replying to everyone. He might be able to go for a toilet break soon. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give us a mighty thumbs up. Share this with your friends and subscribe. Also be sure to hit that bell notification to make sure that you are up to date with every buildography that's uploaded every week. Ciao for now, Fastlaners.